never come down. He sits upon his throne, the king has tarnished his crown. The hate you can't disguise will bring your kingdom down. Everyone knows your name, so hang your head in shame. Let go. La 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 la, let go. Let go. La 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 la, let go. When politicians hide, we ride the merry-go-round. When tension gets so high, they burn a whole damn town. Oh, the tears they pour like rain, the world we know torn down. Go on and tweet your shame, or hang your head, your name. Let go. La 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 la, let go. Come on and let go. La 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 la, let go. Go on and tweet your shame, or hang your head, your name. Let go. La 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 la, let go. Everyone knows your name, so hang your head in shame. Let go. La 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 la, let go. Go on and tweet your shame, or hang your head, your name. Where did you go, my blondie girl? My teenage world went away. I held your hand that right to JFK. I never felt so close to you that night, my blondie dear. We shed the tears that made things right. But from here I can't predict the ride, so hold on tight. But God, those eyes, baby, you're so fine. And where did you go, my blondie girl? Arizona or Mexico? Was it far enough for you to hide? Baby, tell me now, are we so blind to waste our fucking time giving our heart to try? Will we both commit familiar crimes, or will we find a place you hide? But Blondie, you're so fine. Don't be sad. Was I ever really good enough? The best you ever had? Do you feel the same? Are we a one-hit wonder, going under? Were we ever more than infatuation? Ooh. Oh, where did you go? My teenage girl, my blondie world, how you have grown. Is it time to heal the pain inside? Will you find God those eyes? Oh, Blondie, you're so fine. Baby, you're so fine. Oh, baby, you're so fine. Blondie, you're so fine.
Hey, there you are. What happened? Frozen? You guys there? What happened? All right, are we good now? All right. Were you hearing it? You just weren't seeing it? I must have hit a button. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, all right. Well. So you weren't able to hear that whole song? You didn't hear that whole song? The whole first song you didn't hear? All right. Well, anyway, good afternoon. It's a Monday. So you heard nothing that whole first song. That's good because it sucked. It was so bad. Oh, boy. Let me see what's going on. I want to make sure that don't happen again. Well, it wouldn't be on Mondays. All right, but you can now, right? That's the important thing. We got you now. All right, let's try again. It froze on the intro. Of course it did. It's just like everything. Everything freezes on the intro. All right. Let me make sure I got Ethernet connected. Bada boom, bada bing, betty boop. All right. We should be all right now. We'll see what happens. If it keeps doing it, we'll... All right. I'll play it again. I'll play that one again. It can only get worse. If we tried a little harder, if we talked a little more, could we avoid this disaster? Can we get back to the days when we laughed, held each other, when it seemed so right just to call you my lover? Who's to blame when we're colder? It's a long way back to the days of old. If I was a better father, could I have done a little more? But in the end, there's nothing better going back to before, when we laughed, held each other. You were first and there weren't any others. Who's to blame when we're colder? And you take me back to the days of old. Can we get back to where we started? Should we just throw it away? Say we're really all to blame when we're fighting for another day. When we laughed, held each other, when it seems so right just to call you my lover. Who's to blame when we're older? It's a long way back to the days of old, when we cuddled, when you were first and there weren't any others. Who's to blame when we're older? And you take me back to the days of old, when I loved, when I lived my life just to call it my own. Can I just get back to the days of old? All right, welcome to Mondays. Haven't done this in a while. And here's another thing, a nice little tip today, is that I have no lyrics. I left my iPad up in New York, so I'm going purely by memory. And when it comes to my own memory and when it comes to my own songs, I don't remember much. I did happen to find a cool old notebook. This is the notebook that all these songs were being written in different pieces. It's really fun to look at. Because when you look at a certain page, it'll bring you back to a certain time. That was Days of Old. That is off of the My Street album. And, yeah, that was written at the end of my third marriage, I believe it was. Yes, 3. There was more. There was more. But that was the end of 3. And at that time, I really didn't have much that I could say. It wasn't a very great ending, so to speak, or middle of, not much of a middle either. But I wrote it at that time period, different lines, different songs, different parts of the song. Second verse is about the kids. Third chorus about being alone and being myself, kind of coming to the end of a relationship. But yeah, that was written back in 2000, and I would say 2009, somewhere around there. Days of Old, off My Street. Anyway, salute, or, smoke it if you got it. God bless. All right. Lydia's here. I'm sorry, I didn't say smoke Lydia. I didn't mean that at all. Lydia's here. Lydia's young. All right, so we're going to, I'll try my best to keep it as PG-13 as possible, if that's okay. All right. Going through all these tunes, lots of tunes. Obviously won't be able to cover all of them. I'll have no voice left, but I want to take you to the Miller Place album. The Miller Place album, if you don't have it, you can get this on any of the sites where you download digital music. And Miller Place was basically a collection of demos put together into an album, recorded at different places at different times. And but yeah, I'll have to play something from here. Let's see what we got here. Plug a little guitar in. Plug the guitar. Hold your ears. God, that sounded like an explosion. That was fantastic. All right. Around 1999, I wrote this next tune. I'm going to do kind of a slowed down version because without a band, it just doesn't sound good. Hello, everyone from Miller Place. Hello, everyone here on Facebook. This is an All Originals Day afternoon show, happy hour show. So feel free to have a drink and smoke or whatever it is that you like to do to relax. All within reason, of course, yes. But this is I wrote this tune actually. I got really into the movie Contact. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Contact. And it's with Jodie Foster. It's about the stars. I've always been very big into astronomy and all that other stuff. So this movie kind of caught me. And I got a little inspired, wrote it outside on my porch, a little house in Patchogue. Very, very creative time period from what I can remember. Sitting on the porch with... Mr. BOMG on the next to me and just writing tons of music. All right, so this is, I'm going to try to remember this. Again, I haven't done a lot of these in a very long time. This is called Daydream.
Lots of this you're going to hear too, so enjoy that. If I have to enjoy it, you have to enjoy it too.
I'm watching the day turn into night, wishing that she was by my side, pouring the wine.
Oh wait, I'm in a high key. That's why it's not working. Hold on, I'm in the wrong key. I haven't played this in years. Give me a second.
I'm watching the day turn into night, wishing that she was by my side, pouring the wine, lighting the fire, drowning in all of my denial. I'm watching the day turn into day, wishing that she was on her way, biding my time, going online, filling me up with information. I'm down on a daydream. Oh, I'm living on ice cream. Oh, floating up Main Street, wasting away. I'm watching the day turn into day, telling myself I'm okay. Take me to Vega in a metal machine, spin me away to isolation. I'm down on a daydream. Oh, I'm living on TV. Oh, I'm floating up Main Street, wasting away. Down on a daydream. Oh, I'm living on TV. Oh, I'm floating up Main Street, wasting away. I'm down on a daydream. Oh, I'm living on ice cream. Oh, I'm floating up Main Street, wasting away. Down on a daydream. Oh, I'm living on TV. Oh, I'm floating up Main Street, wasting away. Down on a daydream. Oh, I'm living on TV. Oh, floating up Main Street, wasting away.
That is Daydream. The next tune that came out after Daydream was a single. So Daydream, I had gotten a deal at that point with a demo deal with Atlantic Records. Mr. Randy Jackson from the band Zebra, you guys know him very much. He had heard Daydream. He loved Daydream, wanted to record it, showed it to Jason Flom from Atlantic. This became a three or 4 month ordeal of just getting 2 songs recorded. It took too long, basically, and by the time I got the demo back to them, or Randy got the demo back to them, they had already signed a couple of big name acts that you guys probably know. But the B-side to Daydream was this next song, and this was I'd spent quite a few months. Was always close with my Uncle Gary DeRosa. He's a pastor now. He struggled for a long time with addiction, and I just remember being with him during a 2-month time period where he was really, well, maybe more than that, where he was really bad. And I basically hung out with him for a couple hours or a couple of days and came up with this song. I basically took a lot of the things that he was saying out loud and put them into a song. It's a song about addiction and trying to get away from addiction. And this is just, this came from, a lot of it came from his mouth. This is called Yayo. Haven't played this in a while either, so it's going to be shaky.
Nehemiah, we fly far away from my woman's drag. Think she's on the rack again. I'm on my way. Packed a bag, drove to LA, left my woman behind. Think she's doing fine, so I get high. I get high. Me and my yeah, we cry, sit in Jones for a while, take a blast. Think I need a blast again. Roll up my sleeve, find a vein for my need. Lord, I feel so ashamed. Does Jesus know my name? So I get high. I get high. So very you'll get high. Sit in Jones for a while, you could ride. Think I need a blast again. Roll up my sleeve, find a vein for my need. Lord, I feel so ashamed. Does Jesus know my name? So I get high. I get high, so very high. Me and my yeah, get high, hear the train running through my parade, ruining my charade. Me and my yeah, we die getting high.
All right. Sad song. Tough to sing that one too. It's hard to. Those notes just suck to sing. They're low, but they have to be just right. But the last line of that song was, I repeated a verse by accident, but the third verse of the song is, me and my Ayo get high, hear the train running through my parade, ruining my charade. And that was at a moment when he was really high and probably having a good moment from it before, of course, when the world comes crashing down when you're using. And he would hear a train coming by on the train tracks not too long before that, and it would totally ruin his charade of having a good moment. That's what that line was about. I remember that moment specifically. He just like put his eyes up and he ran to the window. He was a little paranoid and looking down at looking toward the tracks and thinking that the cops were outside. But that's what drugs will do to you. So again, but he has conquered addiction. God has really helped him. He's doing an amazing thing. He's in Connecticut. He's a pastor of a church. It's a really good ending to a story that was really tough. So good stuff. Uncle Gary, way to go. Proud of you. is off the My Street album. We would start every session with this. We would go in, and before we mixed any other song for the session, we would start listening to the playback of this one, which was recorded first. Definitely a song that is took a lot of years to write because it was written in frustration to religion, to the church, to any organized religion that takes what could be a good thing and completely destroys it in a lot of ways. So this is about maintaining your love for God after coming out of religion and not thinking you've lost that per se. The common thing would be you get out of a religion that you feel like you've been kind of washed into and brainwashed into, is that you might throw the baby out with the bathwater, and you might throw the whole concept of spirituality right out the door because you're so bitter and hurt toward the people that judged you and hurt you that you tend to think God is that way, and you don't go that route. So this is a song basically about holding on to your belief system, your moral beliefs and your spirituality, but completely getting rid of the doctrine that has, to me, held people back from knowing who God is, or, finding that place in the universe for them. If you're not a believer in God, at least finding unity with the universe. This is called My God Is There.
Talking about forgiveness, talking about the things I left behind. Thinking about redemption, to live one day alone without my pride. 40 years of breathing, every day it seems a new surprise. Fairy tales, they often fail. The author always seems to lose his mind. Give me Jesus all alone without the drama of the church. A religion made for those who need to find out all their worth, and a sense of trust and love for those who care. Oh, I know my God is there. Waiting on some answers, questions that I think are on my mind. Revolving doors have brought me more than my fair share of trouble in my mind. Restless souls are wandering, sheep without a shepherd there to guide. Pedophiles who walk the aisles in churches where we used to run to hide. Give me Jesus all alone without the robbing of the church. A religion made of kindness and a passion for the hurt, and a sense of trust and love for those who care. Oh, I know my God is there. Give me Jesus all alone with all the innocence of youth, a hunger and a thirst to find the answers to the truth, and the feeling that there's nothing I can't bear. Oh, I know my God is there. Better believe it. my God is there.
Thanks. Oh, it was so good up to the last part. Well, not so good, but good enough. All right, so that is My God Is There. That is off of the My Street album. That's called Player B. It's like when you play golf and you hit your first shot, it's terrible, and then you do a do-over shot and you hit it perfect. That's what that just was. All right. Thanks for listening. This is Monday's all original show. As you could see, I have not done a lot of these in a while, so you're going to hear a lot of fuck ups. You're going to hear a lot of that. But it's good for me to do these because I get to relearn my own songs, which is kind of nice. All right. Let me see what we got here. I'll do another one off of Miller Place. Let me tune this guitar here. This next one I'm going to do is one that I actually prefer listening to my daughter Samantha sing. She wanted to, we were picking some new songs to do one night. She says, why don't we do your song, Romantic, which is on Miller Place. And I said, I would love to hear you do a version of that. And she did that. So, but you're going to have to suffer through listening to me do it. This was a tune written definitely after me and Christina had broken up the first time back in 2000. And, there's always, if you're being introspective after a relationship, you're usually saying to yourself, it's so easy to go, man, that person was such an asshole. And granted, they may have been. But you also have to look at your own self and say, what did I do? What could I have done better? That's what this song is kind of about. Would it have been different if I was a little more romantic? If it would it be different if I had, said something different or done something different? And then by the end of the song, or by the end of the whole thought process, you realize it was what it was supposed to be, and it happened the way it was supposed to happen. It's easy to think about things that weren't right at the time and to romanticize them and make them, feel like, it should have been or it could have been, even though it could have been. But this is called Romantic. It's all about that. And hope you enjoy. This is on the Miller Place album.
Changed your mind. If I had been romantic, could I change your mind? Would it have been unkind to be there more? I never had the time. And I could find a reason why, if I could change your mind. Did I make you smile when I tried to be a dancer? Think I saw you smile. Please excuse my style. Sometimes I'm a bit frantic. Could you ease my mind? And I could find a reason why, if I could change your mind. And I may be older than you'd like, but can you sit and talk with me about your ways? Would it have been a have you died? Is life to you so tragic? Is everything a lie? I could find a reason why, if I could change your mind. I could change your mind. I could change your mind.
Thank you. All right. This is something off the new album coming out soon, or at least the single will. Wrote this song about my son Noah, and also for all the people that are hurting in this planet right now.
When you're alone, you're not alone. Open up your heart and let the sun shine through. This world we know, it can be cold. There are many things I need to say to you. When you feel you can't go on, you feel your heart is wrong, you're not alone. Hold on to me when you're in need. Give to me your burdens, I will give you peace. When you're confused and your heart's abused, look into my eyes and there you'll find your peace. When you feel you lost your way, believe me when I say you're not alone. When you looked at me, my Noah beam, you opened up my heart and changed the life I knew. Remember being, you're a part of me.
You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. When you're alone, you're not alone. Open up your heart and let the sun shine through.
You're not alone. Little song for all of you. Anybody that's struggling out there, feeling lonely. I think the world kind of has felt that way for a long time, and even more so in the last few years. So, a little song of hope for the planet. I'm with you. Not that it matters, but I'm with you. Funny, just watching Evan Almighty yesterday came on, and I love Bruce Almighty, definitely one of my favorite movies. But Evan Almighty, it was just really, that one line in the movie where he tells Steve Carell to build an ark, far-fetched and funny, silly, crazy. But ark, one random act of kindness, at a time. And really that's all we can do, You guys come on here and I watch you talk to each other all the time, and you help each other, and you give each other love. You give each other support when someone's down, and that's what it's all about. That's how we change it. That's how we get it a little better. That's how we bring, I think, the love of the universe and the love of God into the world, is really just how we treat each other. You can't say that you love God and you're treating somebody like shit. It's just that simple. So, yeah. Be there for each other. That's what it's all about. Be there. And that's for my son, Noah. And, there's a line in there that some people don't know what it is. It's when you looked at me, my Noah Bean. And Noah Bean. Bean is his nickname. We used to call him Bean all the time. And when you looked at me, that was the first time when he was born that I looked down at him, and he came out real content. He was a real content baby. And he just looked up. He was quiet. He just staring into my eyes. Just absolutely amazing. All you parents know that feeling the first time you looked in your child's eyes, and that was absolutely amazing. So that's You're Not Alone for Noah. All right, let's move on. I might take a request or two from people. If you guys got any original requests, please send them your way. Send them my way. Marina, your nickname's Bean too? All right, Bean.
You could be a soul protector, live a million miles away. answer to a question never given away. You could have your visitation, say you'd be there for your own. Right downtown, you know the answer when you're all alone. You're so far to say when you're far away, and I get lost in silence sometimes, and I will survive. Without you, I will survive. You can have your share of reasons why your life never went your way. Deep inside, you know you're hurting, but you don't want to say, yeah, yeah. Well, there'll be time enough for fighting. We could find some time for play. Deep inside, you know the reason you don't want to say, yeah. But it's so hard to say when you're miles away, and I get lost in silence sometimes, and I will survive. Without you, I will survive. It's so hard to stay when you're far away, and I get lost in silence sometimes, and I will survive. Without you, I will survive. I get lost in silence sometimes, and I will survive. Without you, I will survive. Without you, I will survive.
Thank you. That is Survive. That is off of My Street. There's a lyric in there that I blew that I really wanted to get in. It's really an important line. It kind of goes into play of what we were just saying before. Inside, you know you're hurting. You don't want to say, yeah, yeah. This one. But there'll be time enough for fighting. We can find some time for play. And then it's this one that I forgot. And I still forgot it. I'll try to remember it when I get to it. Oh well. I'll get it next time. That is Survive. Welcome to Mondays. It's an all-original show here today, and we have some fun on Mondays sometimes. So salute, God bless. Welcome to a Monday afternoon. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can find some time for fighting. We can find some time for play. But in the end, we have each other just to ease the pain. That's the line. There we go. All right, good. Glad I got that because that would have drove me crazy all day. Again, these are all originals. I haven't done a ton of these in a very long time, and I mean like a long time. So forgive any stuff that I can't remember. Also, no lyrics today, so I'm going all by memory. So good luck. Here's something off the newer album I'd like to do. This is Tom Cavalier's favorite tune. This is about mine and Christina's pattern throughout the last 30 years of Right Place, Wrong Time is the name of the song. So it starts from pretty much high school and goes all the way to where we just were when I wrote the song. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Here we go.
Here we are, looking just right. It was so long ago, yet it feels like it could be tonight. Here we stand, hand in my hand. It's been a long time coming, but I think that you could understand. We were just the right place and always at the wrong time. Can't we find the right way to make everything alright? Can't we find the right way to make it alright? We could dance till the morning underneath the pale moonlight. There we were, dancing in the light, just like a scene from a romance novel. We were great that night. And here we are, year after year, pretending that no one will notice what seems so clear. That it was just the right place and always at the wrong time. Can there ever be a right time to right all the things that went wrong? Can we find the right place and make it on time? We can dance till the morning underneath the pale moonlight. There you were, dancing in the light, just like a scene from a romance novel. We were great that night. And here you are, sweet love of my heart. The best is ahead, so let's give it a brand new start. And it could be the right place, no longer at the wrong time. Let's make it the right time to right all the things that went wrong. Can we find the right place? Let's make it all right. We'll make love till the morning underneath the pale moonlight.
Can we find the right way
to make it all right? We'll make love till the morning underneath the pale moonlight.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. It is Mondays. Enjoy. Yeah. All right. Gotta tie the shoe. Like to so in this next song, you guys have heard this is a new single written during COVID. To get a little more detail just about the lyric being is it's an original type of day, and we can talk about this stuff. In helping Colby with things he was going through, it seemed necessary for me to tell him about his uncles and his grandfather. In most of his earlier years, he was definitely with Christina a lot, so he had a lot of her family, and there wasn't a lot that he probably remembers about us. I mean, he was, he would come over every week, but it was a little different. He wasn't there a lot when he was younger. So I wanted to tell him some stuff. So throughout this song, there was just references to my brothers, to my father, and to my dad. I want to. I always feel like I'm sending this song out to him too. It's kind of like I wrote it for everybody in my life. There was a time back in Miller Place where the St. Paddy's Day parade would go by 25A right by our house. It would cruise by. It was kind of like the one time a year that we would go out and do anything really social as a family. My mom would basically stay in the house. She never really went out. But that was our time. And I was young. I was 7, 8, 9 years old. I just remember those years. And Dad would put me up on his shoulders and we'd watch the parade. So this is kind of like an ode to the memories that I specifically had with each of my family. There's so many memories, obviously, but I could only use one for each verse of the song. For my brother John, it was always us playing wiffle ball and, full-on games. We had a, whole setup, a whole field that we would play. We'd play games, and we would actually keep score. We would, like they do in the old school scorebooks, we would put the whole lineup of the Mets, and we would go through a whole scorebook and keep it accurately. I remember that book. But we would play all the time, and sooner or later, John got a little bit older and started getting into more teenage things, so to speak. And I was able to then get a little tighter with my brother Joe, who was he was the middle brother. Me being the youngest, and we would go down to the sod farms off Oakland Avenue, and we would wrestle. We would do professional wrestling, learn all the moves and whatever. And I remember him always wanting to be Superfly Snuka. I don't think that he would want to be Superfly Snuka now. After I wrote this song, he goes, "Why did you use Superfly Snuka?" He goes, he got like, they think he might have killed his wife or something back in the day. He's gone now, I guess, but. He had some kind of, but I didn't know that when I wrote the song that had happened to him. But I remember him being him, and we would, wrestle down on the field. So these were just memories that I wanted to share with Colby so that he could get a little glimpse into what my childhood was like and the people that he maybe had not been close with yet, and he could learn a little bit about who they were. And then, of course, this is the ultimate parenting song of just, my God, you know, can I be that to my children? Will they feel that way? And, you know, what memories and what things can I do? You know, we all make mistakes, so what can I do to better it, or to do whatever we can do to make the ending like that, so that my kids and our kids will completely view us as heroes. So to all your children, to all the people in your life that you have memories with growing up who may have passed or are still here that you want to pay homage to and you want to think about during this song, you could put yourself into my shoes on this song, and I hope you enjoy it. This is Where Do the Heroes Go?
Hey there, son, let me talk to you. Let me tell you things I don't need to teach you. And it may take some time, please bear with me. And maybe when I tell you, then you'd understand me a little more. And hey there, Daddy, you remember too Patty's Day Parade, Tyler Avenue, rocking on your shoulders to the sound of drums. Nearly 7 years old, but every ounce your son. Where do the good ones go? Where do the heroes go? Hey there, Johnny, you remember how we'd be playing wiffle ball and the sun went down. But when you got older, then you went your way. But Johnny, nothing lasts forever but the things we say. Where did my hero go? Hey there, Joey, guess I never thanked you. Johnny went away, there was always you. All of those years you were all I had. But people grow different, Joe, you understand. Talking about Superfly Joe. Where do the heroes go? Hey there, Colby, let's get back to you. Hey, good looking, here's looking at you. A little Prince Deli with the golden curls. I want to wrap you in my arms through this crazy world. No, I wasn't there when you were born. I tried to forget it, but the pain's so strong. But past is past and better left behind. When all that remains are the treasures we find. And hey there, son, are you mad at me? Has it ever crossed your mind that you're just like me? I want to meet the man that you're gonna be. Leave out all the bad, take the best of me. So when your eyes grow old, you'll think of me, I hope. Where do the heroes go? 'Cause
Thank you. Where do the heroes go? Yeah. And listen, you may have people in your life, and you might not have had that, and your heroes might have sucked, because that happens too, you know. And I think that's part of the yin and the yang of that song. You know, there's almost like a positive, and then the negative comes after on each verse, kind of the way the verse was written. You know, the happy moments that you remember as being the good ones and the heroes, and all of a sudden the next one is like, yeah, but nothing lasts forever but the things we say, or, you know, but people grow different. You know, I hope you understand, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like a now lyric and a then lyric and a now lyric within the verses. So yeah, a little drama there added in. Obviously, as songwriters, the ultimate inspiration we usually have is our families, and whatever we go through with our children, with our spouse or spouses, whatever it is. When your kids grow to be teenagers, it gets to be a bit of a nightmare, because they're finding themselves and you're trying to figure out how to parent them during that time. And that's what this one's about. This goes out to Samantha. This is called All Wrong, you know. And lyrics are the lyrics. You'll hear them. It's basically just in story form. And how she had grown up from being this little, you know, this little one to all of a sudden she's watching Jersey Shore, and I'm sitting there with my hand over my face going, oh my God, did she just hear that? You know, so the whole teenage years and growing into it, and hoping that I didn't hold on too. You know, you hope that as parents we can't hold on too long. We've got to let them go at some point and live their lives, and that's really what this is about. Holding on, trying to hold on to the you know, parenting them when they were younger. Not always an easy thing. And then the sadness that ensues after after they grow up, and then we miss those times when they were young, which usually makes some of us go and have more kids. But no, I will not do that. We will not do that.
Just a child of 16, she got eyes like the deepest sea. Far from the girl I used to know, seemed like only just a minute ago I was tucking you in, saying our prayer. Brush the knots from your long brown hair. Felt so close in a one-bunk RV. Wizard of Oz is playing on the TV show. Me, all of the years seem like days. I'm calling out for sunshine, but I'm staring at the rain. And it's all wrong if I've been holding on too long. If it takes forever, I'll get you right where you belong. It's all gone, all the innocence is lost. Every day's a treasure, and nothing lasts forever, don't you know? Growing up it all seems money grew on big dreams, moving around from town to town, finding it hard just to settle down. Few more years then you start to see she's no more girl but young lady, far from the girl she used to be. Jersey Shore now playing on the TV. Do what you need to do. I hope all the dreams you're chasing You're grown but feel alone when the things you thought you'd know begin to crumble. When you're on the stormy sea, let it take you to your knees. Don't worry. All wrong, if I've been holding on too long. Every day's a treasure, nothing lasts forever. I've been holding on too long. If it takes forever, get you right where you belong. And it's all gone, all the innocence is lost. Every day's a treasure, nothing lasts forever. I've been holding on too long. If it takes forever, get you right where you belong. And it's all gone, say goodbye to all you've known. Every day's a treasure, nothing lasts forever. Takes forever, get you right where you belong.
All right, thank you. Thank you much. That's for you, Sammy. Love you. God. The songs we write when we're younger. I mean, I wrote that a very long time ago, and it just gets, these songs just feel higher and higher as my age goes up. My God, what was I thinking? It's so much easier writing the kind of songs I write now. In singable keys. Anyway, this is Mondays, the originals with the origins. Yeah, the originals with the origins of the songs. Explain some things. Always nice. All right, so obviously you saw the porch intro, which is the picture from the episode that I was very fortunate enough to star in with Kevin James and Chris Rock and Adam Sandler. And All Wrong, there's a song in the last episode. It's the song that basically gets me the record deal at the end of the episode, and they walk me off, the record company guy walks me off the stage, and the song that gets me there is Hard Pretzels. So we were looking for a song to use, and I used the chorus to All Wrong and just changed the lyrics to Hard Pretzels. So it was, hard pretzels, we left you out too long. If it takes forever, keep you toasty, safe, and warm. It was a lot of fun writing those lyrics for that episode, but a couple of the episodes, me, Kevin, Mike Socia, all in the back, and of course a couple of the other writers and you know, people from the show. Just a great time coming up with funny lyrics, and yes, Smokefish, long live Smokefish, the band. All right. But let's see here. So that series got done, and we were kind of in between things, and Kevin just wanted to do something musical. Kept saying, I want to do something with music, you know, incorporate it into my show or into his live show. and we were just kind of hanging out in his office and waiting to find out what happened, if the show was going to get syndicated or not, which would have been really nice had it gotten syndicated, but it didn't. But during that time period, when he wanted to hear something musical, I said, I got this song. You want to hear it? I just wrote it. No, yeah, sure, play it. Yada, yada, yada. So I sat in his office, kind of just like this, just alone with a piano, no microphone, and just closed my eyes and played it. And what came from it was pretty exciting, pretty good. This is Mona Lisa.
Sanctuary, my Mona Lisa, you always had my heart. Even when we were young, you always eased my worry with just one look I found. So past the complication, it seemed so easy. We shared our old religion. The walls are crumbling down. There was no damn good reason for why we let love down. I'm on your inside now. You're in my lost now found. You make me get so high, never touch the ground. You are my solitaire, the one I lean on. I am so captivated by just the thought of you. Crazy for you, Madonna. We melt into each other's arms. I'll be your Romeo. Drink me your poison slow. I'm not afraid to fly. Don't let me touch the ground. Put all the things that brought us down, turn into reasons to work out. Love has to die sometimes. I'm captivated, crazy. I'll be Romeo. I'll drink your poison slow. Yeah, you are my sanctuary, my Mona Lisa. You always had my heart, even when we were young.
Mona Lisa. Good to see everybody. Donna, thank you. Deirdre, thank you. Appreciate it. Marina, thank you. And more, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good to see you guys on the Mondays. All right. Don't forget, you guys can get that song, Mona Lisa, and the video's on YouTube. You'll see official video, Mona Lisa, starring Kevin James, who did just an amazing job making that video. Just unbelievable. Basically producing it, directing it. There was a company that did it, a video company, with just phenomenal, that came up from up north somewhere. I'll get their names to you. I should have that memorized by now, and I apologize for not. But I know a bunch of you guys were able to go to the shoot at Citi Field where some of those scenes were shot. And it's basically Kevin walking around looking for, he sees a girl in a coffee shop and then just goes off into thought for a while about, whether he knew this girl or didn't know this girl, whether it was just a dream. Then it comes back around at the end, but he did a sensational job acting in it. And a big thank you to Kevin, of course, for just doing that thing. Thank you, Kevin. You're awesome. Love you, bro. Miss you. We got to do more together. Yes, it was the coldest day of the year for you, Marianne. I wouldn't have known because I was in Florida. It was what it was. It's a tune that I did at Nassau Coliseum opening up for Billy. A song that was kind of synonymous with us getting back together, but also into the loving arms of God. This is kind of like a parallel song with a couple of different meanings, but here it is.
Don't leave me now, don't step out of your cold into my loving. I'll be your savior, the one who will take your heart made of stone into my loving. Out of your mold into my loving. I'm your solution, so lose your confusion. Break out of your mold into my loving. Into my loving. You take me into yours, into your loving arms. Into my loving
That's another one. Yeah, that one never got recorded. Actually, we cut tracks for Loving Arms. Never finished it. So I'm gonna get back to mixing that one. That's gonna end up on the newer album also. So far, going through counting the songs, I think there's 12 that are gonna be on the next album. I will be releasing another single off it soon, and just a series of them. So working on that. I know it's taken time, but I've been busy doing gigs. It's been hard to find the time in between doing shows and everything else to want to have that desire to get into it and finish it. Also tonight I'm going to be I don't know if anybody was at the 89 North show, but I told everybody we were recording the Cannes show last week, so I'm going to be releasing a song from it tonight. I'm going to put it out tonight, so later on after the show probably. We did a version of an Orleans song called "Dance with Me." So we had Adam Forgione, Penny Lane Productions, and the guys come down and videotape it. Did a nice video edit. I took the tracks, did a mix of it at my house, my apartment up north. I think it came out real nice, and it's so I'm going to be putting that out later on tonight. You'll get to see that. And all right, so back to this stuff. All right, I think you know this one. My dad was a mechanic growing up, when I was growing up, truck driver, mechanic, and used to come in the house all covered with grease. There's a line in here that's about that. It's a song from my mom. Yeah, she had a bit of a recluse and difficult, complicated life, and hoping that she found peace now. Went through a lot growing up with her, and as she did with her family before we were around. And I think that for most of her life she felt misunderstood, although what she put out to the world would only lead people to the conclusions they came to. But I think that she, deep in her heart and inside, she was the person that I saw in this song when I wrote this about her. This is about a bit of her troubled life and a bit of ours going through it, and the love that I will always have for her and respect that I'll have for her, just based on the fact that she made it through and we made it through, and with given what she had to work with, she did the best she could, and love her for that. All right. So Sam, if you're watching, can you please block this idiot trying to sell herbal medicine? Is that possible? That we can do that? All right. Well, pay no attention to it. Let's keep going.
Josie was born in a Long Island town, north of the Long Island Sound. Forced into motherhood before her time, Josie could never be found. Hiding in the closet with her tiny tears, listens to the sound of music coming up the stairs, and when she sits at home at night she cries. Josie, what's the method to your madness? Josie, have you told them of your pain? Maybe one day you can put it all behind you. Nothing they could say would change my mind. You're an angel in my eyes. Josie met Fred and they ran away to wed sometime in the spring of '63. Fred fixes motor cars, Josie complains, bearing the pain of the stains. Hiding in a bedroom all day long in fear, listens to the sound of children crying in her hair. And when she sits at home at night she whines, Josie, what's the method to your madness? Josie, have you told him of your pain? Maybe one day you can put it all behind you. Nothing they could say would change my mind. You're an angel in my eyes. Sitting at the PC playing solitaire, Fred sits at the desk and pays the bills that took his hair. And when they sit at home at night they whine, Josie, what's the method to your madness? Josie, have you told them of your pain? Maybe one day you can put it all behind you, and nothing they could say would change my mind. You're an angel in my eyes. Na 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 na.
Josie. All right. I'm going to do All right, so I got to see my daughter Victoria. I know you guys probably saw the post. We had a really nice couple of days out in California. She's doing really well, thank God, and quite a few scares in the last few years. So 9 months, she's been doing really well. We took a picture on Facebook. If you guys check it out, you see the Capitol building, Capitol Records building is right behind us. And right up until that point, I said, "Oh, let's get a picture of the Capitol Records building." And we took a snapshot. We took a selfie of us. And it turns out, I just wasn't thinking at that moment, but I did a remake of her song for Doug Stegmeyer's family, because we had originally recorded her song years ago at Doug's studio and redid it recently. And it was in L.A. and it was at the Capitol Records studio. So it was really cool that we caught that photo of where I re-recorded her song. This was kind of like my lullaby song that Billy wrote for Alexa. And this was written back in 1993, probably 92 or 93. I remember sitting at an upright piano in Sound Beach, this little apartment we had in Sound Beach, and Victoria was actually a newborn, and she was sleeping, which she normally never did. So that happened to be at few moments, and I remember there's that time for young parents where every time they're quiet, you're grateful that you get a little time to yourself, and at the same token, there's that itch that you want them to wake up. You can't, you get worried, or, when they don't wake up for a little while, you're looking at them, you're going to the crib constantly, and you could feel them stir. You can feel it before they actually wake up. You know they're waking up. There was a sense that you would get. I would get this sense in the room, like something was alive in the room, and it was her coming around. I remember writing the song at the piano. This was Doug's favorite tune. He loved this. I'm going to hope I remember this version of it, because I usually play it on piano. It's definitely different. Let's see if I can remember it.
Now I lay you down to sleep. Pray the Lord your soul to keep. I lie awake, I think of you and all the changes you go through, and where you are is where I will be. Just remember the life you had with me. Through your tears I will be there. Every moment, everywhere. I'm gonna be where you are. Death could never tear you from my heart. You're everything to me. When you're old, I'll pray you see what your life has meant to me. And when you're old, I'll pray you'll know the love of Jesus in your soul. And in my heart is where you will be. Just remember the life you had with me. Through your tears I will be there. Every moment, everywhere. I'm gonna be where you are. And death could never tear you from my heart. I'm gonna be where you are. And every night and day I've gotta find a way to leave me when I say you're everything to me. Through your tears I will be there. Every moment, everywhere. I'm gonna be where you are. And death could never tear you from my heart. I'm gonna be where you are. Every night and day I've gotta find a way. Believe me when I say you're everything
Thank you. Victoria's song. Originally written in this key.
Now I'll lay you down to sleep. I pray the Lord your soul to keep. I lie awake and think of you and all the changes you go through. Where you are is where I will be. Just remember the life you had with me. Through your tears I will be there. Every moment, everywhere. I'm gonna be where you are, and death could never tear you from my heart. You're everything to me. When you're old, I'll pray you see what your life has meant to me. And when you're old, I pray you'll know the love of Jesus in your soul. And in my heart is where you will be. Just remember the life you had with me. I'm gonna be where you are. Death could never tear you from my heart. I'm gonna be where you are. Every night and day, I gotta find a way. Leave me when I say you're everything to me. Through your tears I will be there. Every moment, everywhere. I'm gonna be where you are. Death could never tear you from my heart. Oh, gonna be where you are. Every night and day, I gotta find a way. Leave me when I say you're everything to me.
All right. I don't usually play the same song twice, but those are two such different versions, different keys. As you can see, it's a lot easier to sing now. But yeah, that goes out to Victoria. A happy birthday that just passed, and yeah, Love you. Let's see what we got here. This was written a couple of years ago. Strife happening in the streets. People burning shit down. You name it. This is just about giving it all away, giving it up to God, giving all your crap away, letting go of worry, letting go of whatever it is you need to let go of, relationships, letting go of anything that's bad for you, that you shouldn't have in your life, that keeps you back. There's also, the verses are written, I think specifically for the administration that was in before this. And this is not a political song by any means. And I find good in everyone and everything. It just seemed like it was more about it's not so much my opinion about what happened, but so much of what I heard on social media and the planet's opinion of what was going on with that administration and how it affected this world. And just telling the universe to ultimately let go and let God, because he really is the king. He really is. The universe, whatever you want to call it, if you're not a religious person, then the energy, the universe, giving it up to the universe and allowing the universe or God to do what he needs to do and stop trying to take control ourselves, because we literally have zero control. And that's really what it comes down to. We can only control how we treat each other, and that's about all. So this is called Let Go.
What made you get so high to think you'd never come down? He sits upon his throne, the king has tarnished his crown. The hate you can't disguise will bring your kingdom down. Everyone knows your name, so hang your head in shame. Let go. Let go. And let go. Let go. While politicians hide, we ride the merry-go-round. Tension gets so high, they burn a whole damn town. The tears, they fall like rain, the world we know torn down. Go on and tweet your shame, go hang your head, your name. Let go. Let go. Come on and let go. 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 Yes.
All right. Thank you much. All right, so I'm going to do Welcome to Mondays. Salute everybody. Cheers. If you got to tie your shoes, you know. I think I got to tie my shoe actually right over here. Hold on a second. So tie your shoes. Hope you're enjoying yourself on this Monday afternoon. It's always, when I thought about doing these original things, it was always like, well, you know what? Hardest day of the week for everybody. Right in the afternoon, end of the first day of work. That's to all the people that might not like their jobs or get tired in their job. Good to be with you.
Lonely days have come again. Pages turn, my heart defends. My innocence has suffered loss. I'm a dying man out on this cross. Drown me in your holy water. Fill me with your holy fire. Let your love shine high above all my doubt. Come live, come love, come fight, come die. Lonely times are all I know. Something's just wrong inside, I just don't know. Misfortune and fame is just a state of mind. Could be I'm spinning wheels and wasting time. Drown me in your holy water. Fill me with your own desire. Let your love shine high above all my doubt. Come live, come love, come fight, come die. too wide, baptize my heart in your holy fire. Drown me in your holy water, fill me with your holy fire. Let your love shine high above all my doubt. Come then, come Lord, come fight, come die. Drown me in your holy water. 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 Take away my anger and drown me in your holy water.
Holy water. Thank you. All right. Let's do Souvenir. All right, I have a memory that I thought about earlier with this song. This is off of Miller Place. There's also a second version done somewhere. I think we did it at Richie Canada's. I didn't end up using that. I was in bad voice. I remember just keeping Miller Place the way it was on the original track. But anyway, I remember writing this after our first separation back in like probably 2000, something like that, 99. And I remember sitting in a car, like it must have been, a year later. We were not together, and then playing her the song in the car. And I just have that memory of this. So there you go. I'm just shooting out a memory. This is called Souvenir, and
Yesterday you were a lonely child. You came to me and said you'd be free if I could make you one of my souvenirs that would make you feel fine, like my Valentine. Yesterday you were a lonely child. You came to me and said you'd be free, and I would make you one of my souvenirs. I would hang you on my wall of fame. From the day that I met you, I fell in love with you. And until that fire stars don't shine no more. Will you be by my side? Will you be by my side on the day I die? From the day that I met you, I fell in love with you. Yesterday you were a lonely child, then you came to me and set my soul free. You are my only lifelong souvenir. I will love you through my life in pain. On my wall of fame.
Thank you. You get relationships, you get married, you have relationships. If you're a songwriter, it's kind of like the Oprah Winfrey show when she gives away the cars. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. It's kind of like that. And that's the truth, is that you get a song, you get a song. Everybody, you know, you look at Billy, you know, a song for every situation that he was in also. It's hard as songwriters because our lyrics are our journal basically to the world, and you know there's no hiding anything, right? So our heart always seems to though be in one place, and that's what it's been like for me. So you get a song, They don't always work out, is what I'm saying. But I'd like to play you one that I wrote as a wedding song. Unfortunately, I think it turned out to be a divorce song. So use caution while getting married to this one.
Here we are, both of us can make it on our own, but we choose to be together through the years. The love that you and I have shared has grown, but it keeps on getting better. You're the only one to know the way into my soul. You know me better than I know myself. Will you be the one to take my hand, help me be the man that you long to understand? Let me be the one to dry your eyes, let me love you till I die. I can't wait to make you mine. Would you take my name and walk it down the aisle, baby, one step at a time? Through the tears, I've wondered if I'd ever find the one who could reach beyond my pain and find a reason deep inside to try again. And now the time is right, so I give to you my life, and you're the one I choose. You I never lose. You know me better than I know myself. Will you be the one to take my hand, help me be the man that you long to understand? Let me be the one to try your eyes, let me love you till I die. I can't wait to make you mine. Would you take my name and walk it down the aisle, baby, one step at a time? Miles ahead we steam like a train to old our dream, making fools of all of those who don't believe. In a trailer by the sea is where I know we'll be, giving thanks to Christ alone, you and me. Will you be the one to take my hand, help me be the man that you long to understand? Let me be the one to dry your eyes, let me love you till I die. I can't wait to make you mine. Would you take my name and walk it down the aisle, baby, one step at a time? Would you take my name and walk it down the aisle, baby, one step at a time?
Thank you. Use caution. All right, it is a Mondays and going on almost 2.5 hours here, so going to start to wind it down. See if I covered almost everything. I got a couple more that I got to do, though. Got to get out. This is one that I have to definitely. It's definitely going to be on the next album. I have just a demo recorded of it. It's just a song about contentment and being happy where you are and appreciating the things that you have and staying true to who you are, not allowing anything to come in and change that. And though your life may end up turning out not where you thought it may have turned out, that it actually is the place that you're supposed to be in. So this is a little ditty. It's called No Place Like Home.
You don't have to be a heartbreak romancer. Spend your money making cargo a little faster. Fly an aeroplane, Aruba to Rome. Oh, it won't take long to find. Ooh, you don't have to have an ass like Kim Kardashian. Be a runway queen or strut your latest fashion. In the mirror, find the person you love. Learn to love your life, 'cause there ain't no place like home. You don't have to have a picture-perfect family, raising on a stool or some super athlete. Love each other, forgive every wrong. In forgiveness you will find there ain't no place like home. Do you remember 17 and are you where you dreamed you'd be? Has your life just passed you by? Not too late to find some wings and fly away. Oh, I just need to say, don't forget to fill your life with love and laughter. Hug your children, there you're happy ever after. Live your life like there is no tomorrow. And on the day you die, you know there ain't no place like home. There ain't no place like home. There ain't no place like home. Oh. There ain't no place like home. There ain't no place like home.
This was the theme song to Kevin Can Wait. Got to give a little bit of a backstory. This is for all the people that like to, it's about going against generalizing. Musicians, we always get generalized. A lot of professions do. People in different professions, politicians, you know, sex, drugs, rock and roll, all that bullshit. Sometimes that's not what people are about. So this is a very sarcastic song written against the naysayers. That you can maintain some sort of integrity while screwing up, if it's possible. This is Ordinary Guy.
I don't want no ordinary feeling. I don't like no particular style. Tattoos, high heel shoes, I just ain't got no time for you. I am not your ordinary guy. I don't need no drug to help my feeling. Something you just got down deep inside. Candy face, sweet perfume, I ain't got no desire for you. I am not your ordinary guy. Ooh, I'm just like those ordinary people. Live from check to check just to get by. I don't need no bling to breathe. Got 2 cents, that's fine for me. I am not your ordinary guy. Ooh, do, 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 don't want no ordinary. Do, 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 don't want no ordinary feeling. You know that I could let my heart slip off the shelf if I relied or took advice from someone else. Oh, and I believe in karma on demand. Stevie, are your worst mistake, taking all those chances that you take. Just one more thing before I leave you. Just one little breeze before I fly. I don't know what I would do. I can always just sing a tune, 'cause I am not your ordinary guy. Ooh, do, 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 don't want no ordinary feeling. Don't want no sweet perfume. Shake your finger, bust your move. Oh, yeah. Don't want no high heel shoes. I just don't want those. Do, 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 do. Ooh.
It's hot in this room. Jesus. All right. So this is going to coming in the next few months. You're going to start to hear dates. I'm going to be booking shows. I'm not sure where yet. I have two different venues that I'm looking at to do a couple of nights, all originals, just like this. Either myself with a duo or with my original band that you guys saw at Miller Place High School. But definitely this year is going to be a year of a lot of original shows. You guys have been asking and saying that you'll come. We're going to, make it successful. So we're going to try the best we can, and with your help, I think we could do it. We're going to do small theaters, try to sell out the dates, add second nights. Looking forward to doing it. Really am. It's been a while. So upon the release of the new album, maybe it'll start with an album release show, that kind of thing. Yeah. So stuff coming up. Going to be a lot of this kind of stuff coming up, and adding a lot more of this into the mix as one day in the future, maybe there's a transition to being able to just be me. That would be nice. But I'm happy to do the stuff that we do to earn the living, but it would be really nice to do these kind of shows and just play my stuff. So I appreciate your support. I really do. Musicians, easy to go out. Not easy, but it's, we go out, we make a living doing what we do, but putting our own stuff out there is, simply not that easy anymore. You just kind of put it out to your own following and hope that something grabs along the way. The days of showcasing for labels and all that kind of stuff is kind of went its way. But I think we're good enough with just us right here. I think we're going to be doing a little tour of that stuff. So looking forward to it. All original stuff. Not sure where yet. There's a couple of different venues. Also want to find a consensus to where the following is. I know it's pretty diverse and it's pretty whatever, but if it's somewhere up in the north, in the Northeast, whether it should be in the city, whether it should be in Connecticut, whether it should be on Long Island. So trying to find the place where we can get the most people to come would be the ideal situation. So if you can, on the fan page hosted by Cheryl, if you guys want to just put down, the best places to do it up north, and then obviously we'll try to book some shows down in Florida also for the people down south. But for the Northeast, let's figure it out, whether it's Jersey, Long Island, or Connecticut. But we're going to do a string of them, and it's on you now to make sure that these shows sell. It's on you because you wanted it. All right, so I appreciate it. I'm going to leave you with one that you definitely know. Let's see, did I not? There's just so many songs, I can't do all of them. Some that aren't done, so I'll leave those away, but there's just too many. But upon the outro of this show, I'm going to play you some of the new studio versions, just the rough mixes of a couple of the songs. I played you Blondie Girl earlier, so I'm going to just let the credits go out so you guys can chat and listen to some of the material that's going to be coming out, including Lirecracker, which I just love to do that with a whole band. Tough to do it alone. Yeah, so a couple more, and then I'm going to leave you to some audio. Yeah, so this one is one you guys definitely know. It's off the Miller Place album. Just a touch of a backstory would be that this also has a dual synonymous kind of meaning. Until the end, my faithful friend is an old church thing about our relationship with God. So after separating from my girls after the first divorce, it was very difficult being without them, being alone. So this song was I prayed and I imagined what I would hope that the universe would say to me back. And this is not only just about losing something physically, but then finding and hearing God's voice or your inner voice or whatever you'd like to call it. This doesn't have to be religious. It's whatever it is to you. This is called Until the End. You guys know it.
Did you find me there again, outside our old hotel? You have grown and I have shown that I've been fine as well. Can I build a bridge between your heart and mine? Take away your pain and make it mine until the end, my faithful friend, till the end. Did you find me there again, inside our old hotel? Years have gone and still you're on my mind, but can you tell? I will look for you if you cannot be found. Say to you I'll always be around until the end, my faithful friend, till the end. Yeah, 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 yeah. Will you look for me if I cannot be found? Say to me you'll always be around until the end, my faithful friend, till the end. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank you much. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. It is a Mondays. You guys asked for it, and I enjoyed it. So thank you, and I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, everybody, be good to each other all the time. Be good to each other. Can't stress it enough. All right, thanks so much. I'm going to let you guys go out and we'll play a couple of things here. Hopefully this goes well. It won't. Probably not. But all right, let's see. I may have to find it again. I'm going to try a few things here. Let's see what happens. Of course not. Why would that happen? Not now, right? Got you. Righty. All right. the mouse? Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. What'd I do? All right. Alrighty. All right, so I'm trying to find the Lirecracker video. For some reason, it just doesn't want to show up anywhere. It's just annoying. This out of here. All right, I'm trying to find this. What the fuck is going on with this? All right, here we go. Let's try this. All right, I'm going to try this right here. Put this right there. Okay, and I'm going to go to here. Intro, we'll go to 3. And now here we go. This should work.
Say it ain't so, be like your nickname. Weaving your lies, making my head spin. Ain't no disguise, you're just smooth talking, honey. If your lips are moving, then your bullshit's flowing out so slow. She, a little lirecracker, gonna go boom, boom. Just itching a ride on my coattail. I slip it inside so I don't care. Turn you around so it don't feel funny. My hips are moving like a dying old bunny, going so slow. She, a little lirecracker, gonna go boom, boom. It up slow, we getting tipsy. Rocking your flow, you little gypsy. Wearing me down like a slave now, honey. I give you every inch and more now, baby, just go slow. She, you little firecracker, gonna go boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. She like to smoke that Mary Jane, a little booty rocking hurricane. Why can't I shake you like a ball and chain? You got my number, baby. Give me all your pain. Daddy, hold me like a no-show. Hitting the road. Show me your backbone. Serving up lies like a bee make honey. Open your thighs, let me pump that honey so slow. She, a little lirecracker, gonna go boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, that little phone, you little sneaky. Lirecracker, yeah. You little sneaky, little lirecracker. You a dirty girl, you know. Little lirecracker.
That's a Lirecracker. I'm going to play you the mix of Fire Down Below. By the way, guys, thank you so much. Like I said, I do these because I love to do them. If you feel like throw in a tip, you guys know what my Venmo and PayPal are. You could just, somebody can post it up there. I don't want to ask again. So I don't need it. And I appreciate whatever love you've shown and whatever you do as far as showing a tip. Thank you so much. That's that. I'm going to play you a bunch of other stuff. A couple more here. Let's do Fire Down Below. This is a clip off the new one. So let's do this.
You and me, we love unconditionally. Every move you make so seductively, deliberately driving me mad. One look at you could bring passion to its need. But time to negotiate, and making can fake it. The loving we make can be real. We got fire down below, passion and won't let go, burning right down to my soul. Fire down below, just like the sea, your eyes that go so deep. Every glance you make still confuses me, predictably driving me wild. Let me have you before this night is through. Baby, don't hesitate, I'm making, can't take it. The loving we're making is real. We got fire down below, passion and won't let go, burning right down to my soul. Baby, I won't go slow. There's fire down below, a fever that won't grow cold, a love that got nowhere to go. We got fire down below. There's fire down below, a passion and won't let go, burning right out of control. Baby, I won't go slow. There's fire down below, passion and won't let go, a fever and out of control. Oh,
Oh, sorry. Didn't know there was no sound. Basically, what I said was, love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. And you guys got to see Max. That's great. So once again, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it when you guys tune into the stuff. A couple hundred people sitting around and watching. It's so appreciated, especially for the original stuff. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for your tips. I appreciate that so much. I don't need them, but I do appreciate them, and they show love. So thank you so much. And I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's still early. Look at us. Usually it's 11:30 by now, 12 o'clock. All right. And I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you soon. Original shows coming up. Be on the lookout. All right. Thanks. God bless. Mwah.